get ready to match up with the Cincinnati Bengals. 2-1-1 teams here, each looking to move over 500, and we're underway here in Week 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. It's Bridgewater. Throw left side, caught by the tight end, Hurst. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. And this will go for 5 up to the 33. An early task, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. Now a handoff looking right. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee. And that means 4th down. Now Mike Vrabel unsure of that last call. He's going to throw out the red flag. The thing that they'll be looking at is a spot of the football, and this is always such a tough one for officials to get exactly right.
Not just because of how fast the game's going, but just trying to get the right sight line to the football. That's not always easy. We'll see what they decide here.
So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass, a run. What will they do? We're about to find out. 4th down. They're indeed going for it. Bridgewater. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game, and the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with J.K. Dobbins. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Off play action. Newton. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. They fake the give. Newton. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now a play fake, and it's Newton. Letting one go deep for the end zone. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. A great play there. His first NFL reception goes for 6. Now the Ravens have taken the early lead. pressure right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. The Bengals drive about to get going. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover.
That one tipped, and it's incomplete. But good hands there defensively. And second down.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Now Bridgewater. That's caught over the middle by Hurst. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Play fake. Bridgewater.
Again, that's Hurst.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Back-to-back 11-yard gains, and they've got another first down. Throwing is Bridgewater. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked by Emmanuel Mosley. And the Ravens are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
After the incompletion, they'll try once more from the 20-yard line on 2nd and 10. And now the Bengals are going to call another timeout. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. They'll fake the handoff. Now Newton. And that is incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
The incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here. 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, Newton. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure.
Joseph Osai drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Let's take it inside his own 40.
A nice return that time of about 14 yards.
And the Bengals will take over in terrific field position. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6, and that'll make it 2nd down. To throw, Bridgewater. This is caught. It's Boyd. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
A first chance in the red zone for the Bengals now. 1st and 10 right at the 20. Bridgewater. And that'll be caught. Touchdown Bengals. It's Tyler Boyd. Tyler Boyd. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying up this football game.
And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Play action. It's Newton.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Rowe.
It's saying they pay me. I'll do this.
Bring it back. It's a pick 6 from Bengals TD.
That was a nice catch, and not by the guy you thought it was going to be. How about the defender turning into an offensive player as soon as the ball hits his hands, and off he goes, off to the races, and into the end zone.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that makes the score 14-7.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they just had that pick 6. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
The first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. A shotgun snap for Newton. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Off the play fake, Bridgewater. He's got his big tight end. That's Hurst. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
To throw is Bridgewater. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Derek Wolfe popping into the sack.
There's been a lot of extra time preparing for this game watching this offensive line because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th...
And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Teddy Bridgewater taking it in from 14 yards out. And the Bengals, they widen their lead.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And it's now 21-7.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Ravens draw a bit closer. Extra point splits the uprights. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
And, Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, helped their spot, and stacked him up.
He's going to go up top for the end zone, and that'll be incomplete. The flag was down, so they took a shot, thinking it's on the defense. Let's see. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So after the penalty, here's 2nd and 3. And he'll give it here to his running back. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
From the red zone now, Bridgewater. Now he's hit, and Bridgewater loses the football.
We hear them discuss red zone efficiency a lot, CD, and they almost gave that one up in the red zone. Luckily, they'll have another shot.
And you and I both know that every offensive coordinator, play caller in the league, they take particular delight in their red zone calls because those are the payoff ones. But you can't call a play if your team doesn't have the ball. Got to secure it.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's 2nd and goal. They're mounting a nice drive here. Good chunk of yardage there again. O-line, they've been solid this drive.
They have that look about them right now that says, if you do anything but run the ball behind us, you're crazy. They have really moved it well on this drive, and they want to finish it off the same way.
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Jamar Chase, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals are able to grow their lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead now up to 14. So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high.
And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Eric Rowe. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. So they will tread backward on the holding penalty.
And I know that they're going to get coached up and they'll get yelled at a little bit, but let's face it, it is hard not to do at the speed and pace that they play.
Play action now. Bridgewater. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Bridgewater. He will find his man Chase complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A good pickup there. 18 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Here's the call. Well, they would have got the conversion if he could hold on. Instead, the drop means it'll be 4th down. Bridgewater now. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they do have terrific starting field position, but no timeouts to work with, so they'll need to operate quickly. On 1st and 10, Newton. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. On 1st down, Newton. And he's got this to Jefferson. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they're acting panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball. And what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
From the red zone now, Newton. Flush to his right. And finding Emmanuel Sanders here. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds.
That's a big league job there, getting out of the pocket, not panicking, and just buying himself some time. Then he made a good, accurate throw to set up first and goal.
So we have reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Bengals out in front. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the third quarter. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the second half?
Well, paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooks, I just say you continue to play your game. Throw the ball. They had success doing it in the first half. So make sure you keep getting the ball to your playmakers, a little bit more to the perimeter perhaps. But above all, play your game.
Now a first down throw for Newton. He'll check this down to Dobbins out of the backfield. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a second and long. Throwing is Newton. Complete. Jefferson the target. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 41-yard line. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
From the 35 on second down, Newton. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 23. Newton to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Newton. And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a third time. A.J. Boye with a pick. And the Bengals are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone, possibly got a look.
And now the rookie's free. The 30. 10. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A big play there. 79 yards. And the Bengals are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together the Bengal pressure. Gets him that time. Down he goes. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end Andrews. And they work this well upfield across the 45. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
On first down, it's Newton. And this will be incomplete.
We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 42.
Here's a give to Dobbins.
And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Back to throw, Newton. In trouble, and he's taken down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
20.
Newton.
And that'll be complete to Dobbins. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Newton on first down. This is caught. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. Here's Newton. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. A great effort there. There to make the grab. And the Ravens are able to get a score back in the final stages of this 3rd quarter. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Taking it about the 1.
And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this 3rd quarter. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Bengals drive about to get going. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep down the numbers. There he goes. 30. 10, 5, and all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A great play there. with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year.
And the Bengals look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And the lead is up to 18 now. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Now Newton on first down.
They set up the screen for Dobbins. It's a first down and more for Dobbins.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Newton. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Another try after the first down sack. Newton going for Jefferson downfield. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. 3rd and long. It's Newton. He's got his man. It's Andrews. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Desperation time. Newton, 4th down. Eluding the pressure right. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Michael O.J. Mudia. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line.
With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along. If you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters.
And the Ravens are going to take over here up near the 40. Well, that interception at least offers them a glimmer of hope here in the 4th quarter.
It certainly does if their offense goes out now and makes it pay off by getting into the end zone. And if it does, then they get a chance to get back out on the field and try and do it again. Maybe they can force that offense into more and more mistakes and give them a chance to get back into this one totally.
Yeah, still a 3-score hill to climb. We'll see if they can do it.
Escaping the pressure right. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
The Ravens on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
They're going for Jefferson downfield.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 28, and they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
Well, you think about it, though, that interception, great for his stats, but bad for field position. It was 4th down.
Yeah, terrific observation. If there is going to be a silver lining, and this is what he'll plead when it comes time to watch it again, hey, it was just like a punt, right? So we end up taking possession of the ball. But you're exactly right about it. Should have slapped it down. Field position would be better for his offense. But how many times do you get a chance to make an interception that you turn it down? That's when your instinct kicks in and you take the football. In this case, a better decision would have been to knock the ball down.
Now, those linemen, of course, can't be more than a yard downfield when a pass is thrown, and they might have been able to call that on a couple of guys there. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll be taken down right around the 27. It's a 5-yard pickup, so essentially they get the penalty yardage back, and it's back to 2nd and 10. Hands it off out of the gun. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 236 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's a give to Mack. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave him 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
And he'll be taken down after a gain of about 8, as that will lead us to the 2-minute warning. That's what they needed. It's an 8-yard gain, and now 3rd and 4 suddenly doesn't look so bad. From the gun, he'll hand this off. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Here's Michael Pilardi now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And this will be taken at the 13. That'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. Newton's throw is on target to Duvernay. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Now it's Newton. Incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. They snap it to Newton. To the sideline, and he's got it. They say the feet are down. Yes, the line judge says they're in. That'll be a 1st down. Off play action, Newton. And now here's another interception. Picked up by Michael O.J. Mudia. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
And they take a knee.
And they will take a knee here.